Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alistair here. I figured I would do a quick review on packing. So, I own a Mr. Limpy packer, which is the small one. I think it's like 3.5 inches. And I've made like a sock holster for it. Like I just put it in an ankle sock or a kid sock, whatever you have. That's what I put it in, and I put a hole in it, and I just safety pinned it to my boxers, which is it's great, but unless you're really good at sewing, like that hole that you put the shaft through, it stretches, and if you're gonna turn it into an SDP, I really wouldn't know how you'd go about doing that, because it sits completely in the sock unless you were going to make another hole at the back of it, but that seems like too much trouble for me anyways. So, the review is for Eden Fantasy Products, so I figured I'd go ahead and do some advertising on that. I got this free shirt when I bought the stuff that I'm about to review. And I highly recommend the site. It's great. And what I bought is a SpareParts harness, like some kind of trunks. Like they look like boxers. I forget the name of it exactly. And I also bought another Mr. Limpy small packer with it because mine got damaged. I'll leave it at that. And so I'll just show you. Okay, so this is it. You can see the side view, and it tucks in between your legs a little bit, which is good, so it doesn't make you look like you have a raging boner. So, I should have wore underwear underneath this so I could flop it open. But, it has a slip, just like regular boxers, where, you know, you can pull your junk out. If you can see, it's, there's a little hole for the shaft. Like, there's a little hole right there that you put it through, and it's nice and snug, so it fits great. And there's additional room down here, like still on the outside, because you can see that, you know, it's not going to fall out, and you just put it back down in there. I put it straight down. I don't know, some people might hang it a little bit towards one way. You might have to if you have a bigger packer, but there's still room down there, so that's great. And there's a little strap, if I can get to it without showing my junk. No, I'm just gonna have to take it off, so I'll pause that right here. Okay, so the inside. The inside generally looks like this. It's kinda, I mean, it just looks like boxers. And so these parts lift open, and you can see there's the packer right there, and it has this nice little strap that's going to keep it in to make sure that it stays in. And even if that came off, you would still have these, which kind of surround it, which is great. And so I plan to turn mine into an STP because it definitely seems like it would work, because it's nice and snug, like in the boxers, and in the back of it, it will touch up against me perfectly, like at the right angle and everything. So I'm definitely going to turn it into an STP. And right now, what I've really just been using is I don't have it right here, is still wet from where I cleaned it. It's a dropper, and I got it at Walgreens, and what I did like it should look like this, like where you can like use it as like a syringe, well not syringe, but you know, you can suck up all like the liquid that you need. And I just cut it out with a matte knife, and then I cut this end at an angle so there's more room for liquid to flow out. And so this is what I've been using as far as an STP, which works great. And like when you cut it, you want to make sure you leave a lot of this on, because if you cut too much off, the urine will back up and it'll spray you and it'll look like you wet yourself, and that wouldn't be good at all. So this is really great. But for turning my packer into an STP, I'm definitely going to get some like tubing, like some industrial tubing, and I'm just going to run it through, and I'm probably going to take this off like you can and attach it if the tubing's this small or this big, whatever you want to say, because I really like this. It works great for me, and I mean, it's easy to find because these two little lifts, I guess you'd say, on the side, they line up against like my body perfectly. So I know if I have it right there, and then this will be further down just a little bit because it'll be bent, I know I got it in the right place. But it's all about practice, really. So, and of course, if you're looking into packing and turning packers into STPs, you've obviously seen how to burn a hole through it, and that's what I'm going to do. I've already got lint on it and it's brand new. But, see, there it is. And I'm just going to put the tubing through the back and stuff, and hopefully this will sit somewhere like right here, which will be great. And I mean, seriously, this works great. I would advise, if you're going to pack like with the SpareParts, if you already have a small packer, definitely try it before you want to up it and like try to get a medium or something, because for me this really works great, and I really have no desire in to have like a huge shaft in my pants, because I don't want it to look completely fake. So that's pretty much it, I guess. So hope this helped. If not, email me questions, but definitely check out Eden Fantasy, and I'll put a link in my description. So definitely do that. Works great. Alright, bye YouTube.